Good morning, dear students. I'm glad to be with you this morning. Last time we were learning tenses and we did simple present and present continuous. We learned how to make sentences using those two tenses, and we also learned where to use those two tenses. Today we'll be doing present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. How do we form present perfect tense? We use has, have plus third form of the verb. Clear? Has, have plus third form of the verb. Here, let me make a few sentences for you, but before that let me differentiate where to use has and where to use have. We use has with he, she, it and singular, and we use have with I, we, you, they and plural. Clear? Let me make a few sentences for you. He has done his work. She has come. John has not eaten food. All these. Now, one more sentence for you guys. George has had his lunch. Has is the helping verb, as you know, and had is what? Main verb. Well, have can mean eat, drink, take, possess, occupy, go through some experience, all these. So have here mean eat. Clear? And the third form is had. So George has had his lunch. George has eaten his lunch. Or Lord George has taken his lunch. Clear? So now let me make questions using this structure. Have you ever had such an experience? Has she ever come? Has she ever been here? Let's say this. Has she ever been here? Here, I have learned French. Where have they gone? Who has done it? Like that, it's easy, isn't that? So what do we have to do? We have to use has a third form in the affirmative sentence, and in the negative you use not, and in the interrogative we start with the helping verb or with WH words plus helping verb, like that. Clear? Depends. So, and I have already taught you which sentence to start with helping verb and which one to start with WH words. You do know that already, don't you? Now let's do the uses of present perfect tense. Where is it used? The usage. The first use is when you talk about something that took place in the recent past. To talk about the events of the recent past. To talk about the actions or events, sorry, that took place in the recent past. For example, David has just come. David has just come. Rahul has just had food. She has not yet done anything. She has not yet done anything. Like that. So the first usage, as we have seen, something that takes place in the recent past. He has just come. I have just started teaching you, ain't I? Rahul has just had food. She has not yet done anything. You have just to read a few sentences. I have just written a few sentences for you here. Clear? So something that took place in the recent past. You have just begun to listen to this recording of mine. Clear? The next one, next use or usage. Sorry, the next usage of this tense. Sorry, or the next use of this tense. What is that? Let's see. Something that may not have happened in the recent past, but and it did happen a long time ago, but it still has the effect. How come? See, I have been to London. Now, I have been to London. Well, I went to London 10 years back. It didn't happen in the recent past. So present perfect doesn't necessarily all the time show recent past. We can use the present perfect tense to talk about something that took place long ago also, but the effect of which is still there, or the memory of which is still there. See, I have been to London. When did I go to London? When did I go to London? 10 years back, but the effect still remains, the memories still remain. So we use I have been to London. Another thing, you see, you ask me, sir, have lunch, and I say, hey, I have had lunch. Well, I had lunch 2 to 3 hours back, because I take lunch at 12 o'clock and you guys do it at 3 o'clock. So I say, well, I have had my lunch. I have had my lunch. See, I have had my lunch. Present perfect tense, but the effect of which still remains. Why? Because I'm not hungry. Clear? It wasn't in the recent past that I had lunch, but the effect of doing something in the past still continues. And when the effect continues, you use the present perfect tense instead of simple past. Clear? Well, I'll give you another example of this. See, it's so easy. Now, one day you see, it's easy. See, she has just eaten food. She needs some water. It's in the recent past, but I have had lunch and I will not eat with you now. It may not be in the recent past. It may be in the recent past, but it may refer back to a time, long a few hours back. So it's not necessary. Clear? So we got this tense, and let's do a few more examples. I have met the principal. Well, you're talking to me and you're saying, hey sir, it is so necessary to meet the principal, and I say, I have met the principal. Well, my dear child, I met the principal yesterday, and I'm using the present perfect tense. Why? Because the effect of which still remains. The effect of that meeting still remains. That is still relevant in the context we guys are in. Clear? So I have met the principal. Clear? When the effect continues, you use the present perfect tense instead of simple past. Is that clear to you? Now, that's all about present perfect tense, and we'll move on to doing present perfect continuous tense now. So let's begin present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. Now, what is present perfect continuous? You see, there got to be three things. It has to be in the present, and something has to be perfect, and something has to be continuous. Three things have to be there. So let's discuss it further. What three things have to be there? See, in this tense we use has, have, been plus first form plus ing. That's easy. See, something has to be it has to be in the present, something has to be perfect, something has to be continuous. Has have been. Has have been is the third form of be, isn't it? Be is mr, was, were, been. Been is the third form, so it is the perfect. It has something has been perfect, something has been done to an extent, and it still continues, and it will continue in the future also. So he has have been, and then verb, the first form of verb ing. Clear? It's easy. Let me give you another example. Oh, I never gave you an example of this kind. Let me give you an example, not another example. I'm sorry. So she has been dancing for 2 hours. She has been dancing for 2 hours now. What is the structure? Has there been First form plus ing. She has been dancing for 2 hours. Means she has danced for 2 hours. Clear? And she will still continue to dance. She still continues. Clear? So she has danced for 2 hours and she still continues. That's why it is perfect also and continuous also and in the present also. So she has been dancing for 2 hours. Next example. I have been teaching you for maybe 15 minutes. I have taught you for 15 minutes and I'm still doing it, and I'll be doing it for some more time. So I have been teaching you for 15 minutes. Is that clear to you? Let me give you another example. They have been playing for 2 hours. Now, you'd say, sir, where to use for and where to use since? Well, I'll soon teach you that. But before that, let's learn some more sentences. Let's make the negative of it. She has not been swimming for 3 hours. John has not been doing it for 5 hours. And then see, let's make questions. How do we make questions? We either begin them with helping verbs or with WH words, and you know which questions to begin with helping verbs and which questions to begin with WH words, because I have already taught you that thing. So let's make some sentences like that. Have you been working on the computer since 2 o'clock? And then question mark. Has she been crying since last Sunday? And then question mark. Why have you been doing it for 2 hours? Why have you been doing it for 2 hours? Simple. Why has she been working so fast since he came? Clear? So here we have seen what? How to make sentences. And we also learned where to use it when something has been done to an extent to an extent and which still continues. It has to be perfect also, and it has to be continuous also. That's why it is called perfect continuous. Okay, so now I'm gonna teach you where to use since and where to use for, and that's very easy. Since for. Since is used when there is point of time, and for is used when there is a period of time. Point of time and period of time. Suppose here I write for 2 months. 2 months is a period of time, isn't it? But if I say since July, point of time, it started in July. Clear? It started from the month of July. But if I say for 2 months, it is the duration, any duration. It may be any 2 months. There's no point of time. And when there is a point of time, you use since July, but for 2 months, or for 1 month, or for 3 months. Another example. For 3 days. She has been playing cricket for 3 days continually. Doesn't sleep, doesn't eat, doesn't stop, nothing. So doesn't do nothing. So for 3 days, but here since Monday, point of time. Are you getting me, guys? I hope you are. Here for 3 hours. For 3 years. For 3 years and 3 years, and it's here I say since 1987. So here it is duration, and here it is point of time. Clear? So when there is a point of time, you use since, and when there is a period of time, you use for. That's pretty easy, isn't that? Okay, and then that's all about present perfect continuous, and that is very easy. Now you make as many sentences as you can. Practice them as much as you can, because practice alone can make you perfect. Practice alone gives you what you need. Clear? Practice alone shapes your future. Clear? Practice alone shapes your results. Everything depends on practice. The more you practice, the better you are at everything. Clear? So you got to practice. Please do practice. That's all. And that's all about present tense. And now we'll move on to doing past tense. Clear? And in past tense also we have the same four parts. Simple past, and then past continuous, and past perfect, and past perfect continuous. So let's begin past tense. Here do we begin that? Past tense. Clear? Past tense. Now the same four parts: simple past, and past continuous, and past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Let's begin with simple past. What happens in the simple past? Well, what can happen in the simple past? Something happened in the past, that's all. That's why we call it past tense. And the structure is real simple. You have to use second form of the verb or the past form of the verb. Clear? Second form of the verb, that's all. You did something in the past. It's in no way recent past, it was in the past. So let's see how. He went there yesterday. She had lunch at her aunt's place today. She had lunch at her aunt's place today. He went there yesterday. Well, I went to Delhi 2 years back. I met my friends 3 months back. Today I took a bath early in the morning. It's in the past, something that happened in the past. You just use second form of the verb, and that's really easy, isn't that? I don't need to give you more examples, do I? Now, so let's learn. Let's make some negative examples now. I mean the examples of the negative of simple past tense. How do we do that? The negative will be formed by using did not plus first form. How? Did not plus first form. He went. Fine. In the affirmative it has to be second form, he went, but in the negative it has to be did not first form. He did not. What is the first form of went? Go. So he did not go. So Rahul shouted at me. Now Rahul shouted at me is the affirmative sentence. How will we make the negative? Did not first form. Rahul did not what? First form, shout at me. Rahul did not shout at me. Clear? Let me give you some more examples. We did not meet with an accident. Yeah, it's been a long while since I met an accident. We did not meet with an accident. Okay, so it was the negative, and how do you form the interrogative then? We either begin it with the helping verb or with WH words, and which question to begin with helping verb and which question to begin with WH words you already know. So I'll just make examples for you and not explain them to you. Clear? So let's begin the examples here itself. Did he call you? Did he come here? Like that. That easy. Okay, and some more examples. Did you come across any of the novels of mine? Clear? Did you come across any of the novels of mine? Why did you go there? Why didn't you come across any of the novels of mine? You got to. You should have done it. Clear? A sentence. See. Did you go fishing yesterday? Why didn't you go fishing yesterday? Where did you get it? Now, these are enough examples, and as far as the usage is concerned, where to use the simple past tense, well, where to use it? I mean, something that happened in the past. Clear? It is in no way recent past. It has to be past. Clear? So whatever happened in the past, you use in the simple past. I went there. I did it. Yesterday I cooked food. Oh, today I made very bad tea. Yesterday I made a cup of tea for my wife. Like that. So there are. I mean, anything that you did in the past. Clear? Well, guys, that's all for today. Have a nice time. May God bless you.